Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol HOOD for Robinhood markets. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will of course be an update. You can see our prior levels on the screen here. We're going to clear them. Obviously, we're trading underneath, but more importantly, I need to let you know they did give us an earnings announcement after the bell today, so let's flip on the extended hour session and just see what's going on with the number. So zooming in here, I can already see from a mile away quite a bit of red. Again, please keep in mind a lot can happen between now and 9:30, as we experienced with Microsoft earnings last go around. However, I would say it's very likely we open on some sort of gap down for tomorrow's session. In today's given market context, I would say it's very, very difficult to be a company struggling to come up with earnings. Again, given the implications of what the Fed has been alluding to and a higher rate environment. So regardless, I would say that it's very likely we hold on the gap down. But please, again, remember anything can happen between now and when the bell actually rings at 9:30. So please adjust accordingly. With that little disclaimer out of the way, let's go ahead and pop in our critical levels. We want to know where the overnight low is. Let's just say that the forecasted opening print will be here, and the gap will close up to the low of today's session, around $11.40. Let's turn that back off to eliminate distractions here. Obviously, those numbers are going to continue to slide around as earnings is sort of in full swing. But let's just talk about our gap scenarios, right? So scenario number one that we're always watching for is the gap and trap. And what that looks like is opening here, failing to find new sellers underneath the overnight low, trading long back through the opening print to close the gap up towards today's low of day. That's a long-sided bullish trade here inside of Robinhood. And could it be the possibility? Yeah, I mean, it certainly could be if the market's going to have a little bit of a bounce tomorrow. That would be one thing that would obviously help out with that. And maybe people are just getting a little bit ahead of themselves to the short side here, expecting that the gap down has to resolve lower. I mean, any little uptick here, anyone who's already short late to the party may start to consider taking some profits, leading to added buying pressure, which is why the gap and trap works in the first place, right? Scenario number two, of course, would be the gap and go. And what that one looks like, although it's not as probable, is opening here, putting in some sort of bearish consolidation just above the overnight low, setting up a breakdown to essentially get us to the next daily area of support. However, if I do something like this, we'll obviously know that there is no daily support underneath us. We're making new all-time lows here inside of Robinhood, so I would just be watching out for half dollars, even, so it's whole dollars, half dollars, and on something that'll now be sub 10, probably 25-cent marks as well. If it really gets down and under 10, then we're certainly looking for maybe even 10-cent marks to act as psychological support and resistance. So not looking so hot if we do get the gap and go, which again, given the market context, maybe I would actually say it's more of a 50-50 shot that we get one scenario over another, whereas in a normal market, particularly maybe there's a higher chance for the gap and trap. So with that kind of out of the way, that's all I've got for you in Robinhood. If there's a major turnaround, I mean, just an obvious level that we can see on the 30-minute for a little bit of a sentiment shift would be up and over roughly 13, right? Big flush point here, kind of chopped around it, never really got too much traction up above, specifically from daily bars closing. If we can close a daily bar above that, maybe that changes things and this starts to act as a double bottom here, but let's take it one step at a time and address the gap down first. So that's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it today or learned anything new, let me know in the comment section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.